reaction video. I'm here with Olukokun Tolulope, and we want to talk. We can't see you. What you are doing is like a concert.
Why? Make sure to see me now. I mean, why am I here that I won't be seen?
Uh, anyway, last year there was this whole NSAS movement and all that. We saw what transpired, how the Nigerian government reacted. There was a fallout out of that. Then there was supposed to be a commission of inquiries. I remember we did a video on that, links below on the NSAS movement. I'm sure that you will see something at the top. They can click on it and watch that video where Olukokun was giving his perspective as a Nigerian on what was happening there. And you may be wondering why a platform that is dedicated to sustainable energy and transport is talking about such things. Because I believe that without security, all these solutions that we're talking about are irrelevant. And 20% of all Africans are Nigerians. All right. So whatever happens in Nigeria, whether you like it or yes, have an impact on a spillover effect on the rest of the continent. And as a Ghanaian, personally speaking, Nigerians are like our cousins. The one who like to fight you sometimes, but if you want to fight them, we will join you and fight. We will join them and fight you. Okay. So Olukokun, yesterday there was this trend on Twitter. Lekki Toll Gate. The people are saying they are going back on the 30th, that is this Sunday. What is going on? Is that not foolhardy? Are you guys crazy?
I got good to be here again. No, really. First of all, let me start from Nigeria Ghana big cousins. We have a lot of relationship, you know. We've gone way back when we accommodated your forefathers in our country to
and you sack us
when your country was nowhere.
You sack us.
No, actually, we were more beneficial to you. But when it became obvious that, oh, you guys could stand on your own now, but you have refused, we had to force you to your reality.
So,
and thank God we did that.
Us. You sack us. Okay,
no problem. See how I'm doing now. Know that. And besides, don't forget that Nigeria is the giant of Africa. Don't ever misquote that. We could be cousins, but we are still your big brothers, big father.
My brother. That is debatable. Yeah. You have numbers. You have size. And you have more resources, but practically on the ground, you are behaving like our I don't know how to say it. Because I don't understand. Your country, I don't understand. And you see, what was it that this man
talk
said?
to me.
This man said
you are putting your
I don't know. Honestly, you see, I don't understand. And somebody said that what the day Nigeria wakes up, Africa will also wake up or something. I don't know. But I don't understand some of the things that happen in the country. It's just crazy. Honestly, that's my unvarnished opinion. Okay, and I will say something here. It's not politically correct, but it happens to be my reality. All right. I was saying that Ghanaians, we are very critical about our government, and we are very political in quotes. One thing I have noticed is that I'll be talking with my friends. Then one of them will travel to Nigeria for the first time, especially Lagos. There was one instance when the current government was in opposition. All right. When they went, the person went. We're criticizing the then government about roads and stuff like that. About the roads they were doing, blah, 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 blah. Things should work out. They are stopping, they are stealing our money, do this. Then my friend traveled to Lagos 1 week for some training and came back. When he came back, same matter came up, road issue. I started complaining. Do you know what he told me? God, it's okay. It's okay. At least we can see the road. His attitude changed. I said, why? He said, listen, Nigeria, no. At least our own is manageable. Another friend traveled to, I don't know, maybe it's a Lagos thing. I don't know. When he came back, different administration that he was not happy with. As for me, it seems that anytime somebody is in government, it's like I'm against the person. Okay? Same reaction. Oh, God. And this one, we were traveling to some village somewhere, and the road was just terrible. We happened to be in a pickup. Same reaction. So, God, it's okay. When he said that, I was like, my friend, you have been to Nigeria. He said, yes, I have been to Nigeria. And what I saw there. So I realized, I don't know. And you see, I'm just giving you two examples of Ghanaians who have gone to Nigeria, and when they came back, the way they saw our country. That is not, to me, anywhere near where it ought to. It's like, oh, it's okay. It's frustrating to me. Anyway, that's my rant.
Yeah. Opinions for a country like Nigeria seems so small, so negligible. Actually, we are not at our best, yes, but the youth are waking up and we want to do things right. Now, back to the Lekki Toll Gate issue. The panel of inquiry has been working, taking so many cases of police brutality against the citizens since the last part of the year, and that of Lagos is more proclaimed because nearly every state had this, and especially in Southwest. So one of the things they got wrong that people first raised eyebrow to is, why do you need to combine the Lekki issue with the history of police brutality? The panel of inquiry was supposed to be different, that will look into Lekki issue, then another one set up for police brutality case, because Lekki issue is fresh in the mind of the people and is one of those cases they demand answers for. So the government didn't listen, they packed everything together, that one died down, there was no worries, no agitation. Now, yesterday or so, the chairman,
Yesterday is
the
was
law,
8 February. So we are recording this on the 9th of February.
yeah, so the lawyers to the company that is taking the toll at that gate, they call them LCC, Lekki something, Lekki something. I can't
To cooperation.
really remember.
I saw the name somewhere. I think we'll put it on the screen.
They
So
the petition that the gate should be opened, right? And some of the people said no, and especially the youth representative at that panel. And one of the reasons cited is that there has not been access to the CCTV of that place to authenticate the footage they released to the panel. Which means there are still so many unanswered questions. They do not know who gave the order to shoot at protesters. They still have not accepted there were casualties. The Minister of Works, the former governor of Lagos State, Babatunde Raji Fashola, on his own inspection, sighted a camera
Oh, that mean.
And
But you see, that was very, very, very strange. Truth be told.
till today, we do not know the content of the camera, what has come of it. So, as in general, there has been no answers to the people's questions, and who to be punished for killing people or maiming people at that event of October 20. And now they want to resume business as usual. The youth say we won't have that. We won't take that. And that is why they are going back to the street. Is it, if you ask me, is it the right time? Is it good? Is it okay? I would say, well, I'm indifferent. I'm indifferent because Nigeria is used to this kind of system where there is always a corner to justice, where corporates go scot-free, where nobody answers for any questions, you know? So if the youth says on this particular one, they will still occupy Lekki and no business will still take effect, they are also in their right because of what has been happening in the country over the past few years. And on the second thought, I would have preferred a wider protest rather than Lekki alone of insecurity in this country. There is no state in this country that they are not killing at least one person per day through the fulani herdsmen clash and all of that with farmers. Every day, in every state, at
Wait,
least one person
Nigeria has
will be killed
36 states.
in one clash or the other.
So what you are saying is that 36 people die in Nigeria
Yes,
every day, every single day, because of
I'm
Fulani
telling you,
herdsmen.
yes. So I think that in a way warrants more protest than
But
just
but but
Lekki.
but
Because
but, but
if you
two questions. Two questions.
Lekki is just one issue of another insecurity in the country. You get it? If
Okay.
military men could be deployed to civilians holding the national flag and they are being shot at, I mean, you should get what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
What are your questions?
I have two questions. You see, let me talk about the first one. From what I was,
Speak out.
from what I saw on Twitter, it seems that the you guys have realized that the government people they care about money, and the Lekki toll is a revenue source. So they want to attack them where they know it will hurt, because that is what they care about. As in, lives have been lost. Somebody, that's what the one of the commentators saw. Lives have been lost. The people are talking about money is being lost. So let's just reopen Lekki Toll Gate. So we are not going to allow you to get your money until you do what? Solve the problem. At least let us know who and who are guilty for this. I saw something about some general being made an ambassador to make. I mean, is that not a more effective strategy compared to this whole? Because you see, the people we have done this in this way, they just sort of dance with you. But you know that when you press this side, because this is their sweet spot, there was a visceral reaction.
You see, it's obvious, it's a fact that most lucrative businesses in this country are owned by people that are in government or by those that have ties,
With the government.
connections with the government. You know, it's no, there is no way we can dispute the fact. But on another thought, if it's all about hurting the inflow of money,
Mhm.
mind you, most monies that are used for infrastructure such as Lekki, because Lekki Road was rehabilitated. It was a public-private partnership program, and with an understanding that they will take the money back from toll to keep maintaining the road and to secure their investment, return on investment they made in rehabilitating that road. So it's not like the business is illegal, and it's not like we have the fact of ownership of the Lekki Toll Gate, or who and who are
And the
taking money
shareholders.
from it. Mind you, there could be people also in the society. But one thing is sure, a lot of youth are also working at that toll gate. They are
Okay.
making their own ends meet from working there. Every embezzled funds that are used to establish a business or an industry in the country will employ people. Do you get it? The truth is that we have to be objective. We have to be objective. Though I was telling you about collateral damage that there's no way we will have to where they are punishing the wrong people, the righteous too may be part of it. You know that Nigerian system or government should stop cutting corners for justice. Give justice to those that deserve it. Those that need to be punished should be punished. There's no sacred cow. Why are you making the life of a Nigerian worth less than that of a cow? Does not make sense. So um, on that, I cannot apportion blame to anybody. But so far, justice has not been done to those that were killed, to those that were maimed. Because I heard stories of some that they have to cut off their legs, like amputate their legs or something. I mean,
Oh, okay.
that's a permanent. So uh, government should be up and doing. It's not all about their force alone. They should be thinking about. So generally, that's my opinion.
Okay. Oh, okay. But does that mean that are you in support or you are against this whole detective?
In support of justice. I'm in support of justice. So if testing will be um, a way to get the justice, I support it. Like I told you that we even need a wider protest than this because there's
Yeah, yeah.
insecurity.
Yeah. I remember in respect of that you spoke about the Fulani situation. That is my second question. Uh, last week, sorry, last year, when we were hearing about this whole NSAS thing, the Fulani thing was never part of that conversation at the time. But until just yesterday, it was what was dominating the whole uh, conversation space in Nigeria. Fulani this, Fulani this, Fulani this. What was it that there was an escalation, or the thing was there and people were not really talking about it? Which is it?
You see, the Fulani case has always been there, and people have always been talking about it. There has been a lot of clashes in Benue, the Middle Belt, Benue Plateau. You know, it's everyday thing there for so many years. The case of Zambara as well, you know, Katsina, the case of Kaduna, Southern Kaduna. There has been these cases, just that the youth of the country has not really taken it up. We are about 60 to 80% of the population. So we have not really, the population has not really got tired of that somehow. That's why they have not raised eyebrows. And that's why you think it has not been the focal point. Most of our fathers, mothers have been bearing the brunt for years now. So relatively, in this part, in Southwest, there has been relative peace. I mean, we've been living with this header for years, but recently, I mean, since last year, there has been tips, videos going around, and a lot of information that the Fulani herders are now focusing in Southwest, and they're already in all our forests, and that all they want is to kill and occupy the land.
Wait,
And
wait,
truth be
wait.
told,
Hold on. Let's pause. First question: are these Fulani you're talking about? Are they Nigerians? Okay, because I know from Ghana that we have Fulani who are Ghanaian. All right, some are even my friend. Then we have this sort of nomadic group. You know, Fulani by their culture are nomads, but some have also settled or have acclimatized within certain nations. All right. Then we have the ones who move across boundary. They don't recognize any national border. They can drive their cattle from wherever to wherever. Which group are you talking about? Are you talking about both?
so naturally, Nigeria has not been, is a very porous country. Our borders are very porous. So there's not been statistics or data about this kind of land. The ones we've known for years are known to be reddish in color, more lighter than the Fulani. And those Bororo are very dangerous. They are very wicked. They are the ones that get involved in road robbery, armed robbery on the road and all in those years, as we used to know it. The Bororo, their armed robberies, they are laying ambush for the people. They do not kill as at then until maybe probably you resist. And one of the things said in recent times why this thing is escalating and there is kidnapping and all of is because of the cashless policy. In those days, if you want to buy anything, you go with your cash. So they lay ambush for the people on the road, they collect their cash and goods and all. But these days, people do banking transactions. There's no need for traveling with cash, and that's why probably they resorted into what was it called?
Kidnapping?
Kidnapping, taking ransom. And another reason for this is that um, the climate change. Most part of the north is drying up
It's not average.
relatively. Hello?
I'm here.
Yeah. So that's where relatively it's still to. So that's one. Now, to actually say what type of solar needs are these people, there has been reports that those are from neighboring countries, Benin Republic, Togo, and the like, and but what we know is that all of them reside in the bush, and the only thing they do is to cause or perpetuate evil.
I'm here. For those of you
Are
watching,
you with me?
we're sorry, but I think it's my network this time around that is poor. So there seems to be a lot of breakages. It's because of the poor network. Please continue. So yeah, well, basically, what you said is that the Fulani, the Fulanis have their heads who are called Seriki, and it is believed that the Seriki have knowledge of the
Yes,
people doing the kidnapping and all that because sometimes they negotiate on their behalf and even receive ransom money on their behalf. Is that it?
yes, yes.
Okay.
So and got tired of it because mostly they have been operating in the rural part, and there has been no much money in the rural part to be taking millions as ransom. So what we notice again is that when they are killing farmers, raping their women, killing their children, the government response is, or maybe they are not responding at all. It's like it's normal. Nobody is taking any action. But each time the victim resists or try to defend themselves, then the government will start sending serious warnings that your actions will cause disunity, your actions will cause war, that every Fulani is a Nigerian
How can
and
every Fulani be
they can
Nigerian?
occupy. Yes, that they can occupy. They have freedom of you know whatever in different
Wait,
states and all.
wait.
So
Two things.
people,
I have a series of thinking thoughts. First of all, your president currently is a Fulani man. That has been put on record, right?
well, that's why
He's a
he's a
Fulani. He's a
Fulani. That's why
Fulani. Yes or no? I know he's. That's what I mean is that he's a
he's a
Fulani man. Good, good. Now,
he,
uh, because the statement you made earlier about the government action will recommend the suspicion a certain line of thinking. Okay. Now, secondly, I saw a ridiculous to me, please, headline sometime, but I think I even sent it to you, where the government of Nigeria was paying the Fulani herdsmen some huge sum of money in order to stop the kidnappings. Almost 300 million. And there was this whole furore. I think this was like 3 or 2 weeks back. There was this whole furore that I think some people needed money, teachers or something needed money. The government said there's no money, but there's money to bribe Fulani herdsmen. That's another point. Then
I
I
don't think I've had. I,
is it?
okay, I'm listening.
Yeah, is that what?
I'm listening. What?
Yeah. Then along the same line, I think on that same day, I also saw one of the Syracuse making the statement that all the land in Nigeria belongs to the Fulani. And I don't really understand that statement. Because Nigeria is made of so many tribes and so many kingdoms and states, right? We have the
Yeah.
Yorubas like you. We have the Edos. We have the Hausas. We have the Igbos. Name it. There are so many tribal groupings in Nigeria, and each group has its own culture, and they own their lands. So I don't understand how somebody can say that all the land in Nigeria belongs to them. It recommends to my
Actually,
mind that there is a latent conflict. Unless these people change their minds, there's a potential for conflict. But there's going to be conflict. The way it is.
okay. So first, I have not come across that headline that says the government paid some Fulani to stop it.
I
I
said,
know there has been negotiation. So there has been negotiation towards that. The one I read was that the Senate was deliberating on earmarking certain amount of money for rehabilitation of repentant Boko Haram and all, you know. So I think I've come across that. And
no, that
no
was
worries.
that is
Uh,
before. So I think in the article, let me see. I'm trying to look for it. In the article,
so
they
make what they are turning this what they are turning this thing to be by negotiating with the government and all is that
okay,
during the
I'm going to
Niger
listen.
Delta militancy and all the kidnappings and all that was happening in Niger Delta, the government granted them amnesty, whereby certain amount of money are now earmarked for these militants for their one rehabilitation, reintroduction into the society, and so many other things.
Okay,
So the negotiation now is that if that can be done, with the Niger Delta. Why they do the same for the Fulani kidnappers and all?
Okay, so I think I found I'll reach out to you. The article I was talking about somebody saying that all land in Nigeria belongs to Fulani.
So
I can read it to you.
that's the belief. That's yeah. So you see, when someone say such things, then you begin to question the history of Nigeria, how it all started, the amalgamation and all. You know, we were all living separately to this amalgamation. And even as at then, the kind of government in operation, in existence then, was a regional kind of government system, whereby um, each region controls their resources, and we have a person at the center, at the helms of the affair, you know, but not like a federal system as we have it now, that everything goes through the federal. Imagine if you, as a southerner, cannot go to the north and drink beer in public. You'll be maimed, you'll be killed, you may be killed, you know, and you now come to the south and you are raping women, killing people. Like I told you about this inequality, when on VAT, when you take VAT, when you take beer, run hotels in Southwest, and you pay tax, the federal government takes this tax and allocate it to every state in the government per quota. And the northern part that doesn't like hotels, that doesn't like taking beer, are benefiting from the money, the tax money from the beer. Yet they are not contributing anything that others can make use of in that part.
A country is made up of different regions, and everybody has what they bring to the table. Okay, I don't think that it would be fair
So
to say that the north that are Muslims, so they are not drinking for religious reasons. All right, it doesn't mean that you expect them to
okay,
pay alcohol tax. They can only be taxed, it's because it's a usage tax, right? If you don't use the product or the service, there's no way you can be expected to pay for it. But you may use something else that you may be taxed for.
if
That
you
may
are
be in
not
the,
contributing,
is it?
when it comes to religious sentiment, is not part of it. We are talking about the economy of a people, of a nation. Now, if you cannot generate revenue from those things in your area, if it's around, the money must also be around. That's how it is. That's why we are saying, let us go back to the regional government system. Whatever you can that is taxable in your region, tax it and use it for the development of your region. Whatever that is taxable in our own region,
Wait,
we'll tax it and we'll use it in our.
when you say region, is that different from, shall I say, states? Is a region a grouping of states? Let's
Yes,
say southwest, southeast, or whatever it is that you guys.
Southwest has 5 states or 6. Is it 5? And we have Oyo State, Osun State, Ogun State, Ekiti State, Ondo. That's 5.
Are the groupings along tribal lines?
Majorly, predominantly, Yorubas are in the southwest. You get
Okay. So the Igbos
it,
will be in the east. So
Then the south at the Cross River, the Port Harcourt, I mean,
Okay.
that's River State and some other states, I can't remember. Then we have the north, west, northeast. So everybody in such settlements, in such regions, are predominantly the same tribe.
Okay.
Do you get?
Okay.
They know each other's culture. They understand each other better. We are not saying we cannot move together, we cannot do business together. No. But in for economic reasons now, we see that we are taxing ourselves to make better the north that are virtually producing nothing or contributing nothing to
There
the
seems to be
federal
some level
costs.
of
So it's like the
bitterness.
south.
There seems to be some level
It's
of
not bitterness.
bitterness. No, no,
It is
hold on,
it,
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. In the sense that in Ghana we say monkey they work, baboon they chop. Yeah, sir. Monkey is
but
working,
it's actually,
and baboon is eating.
it's actually not bitterness. It's economic. If we all work and we contribute, then we have enough to share. Not people working and some because of their faith or religious belief saying no, we cannot allow this. You cut people's hand, you kill people under Sharia law. Sharia law exists against the federal government law. You understand? That doesn't just make sense.
But
So there is a lot of things whereby,
I
but what?
and sorry to our audience, it's like there's a delay in the communication. So sometimes it may seem like we are talking over each other, but it's just a delay thing. You see, what you're saying, I'm just trying to process it. It's a big problem you're talking about. Oh. What you are, yeah, it's a very, very, very big problem. And you see, I wonder, in a state like we are proposing, okay, is there going to be a standing Nigerian army like we have today? If so, how are things going to be funded at the national level? If everybody is saying that the revenue I make, let me keep and spend in my region, how does that work? Is there going to be a president even?
For you to grasp how it works, you have to read the history of Nigeria. Now, when we were operating in the regional system of government, you know, it has been working. It worked fine as at then, and as at then, as I understand, Federal Capital Territory as at then because it was moved to a more central location in Abuja. So, I think there are laid down ways on how that will work. It has worked before we moved into this system whereby the particular ethnic group now see because they have representative in government or because they have a patron of Mieti Allah, the cattle association, as the president could go ahead to every state of the country to perpetrate evil, kill, maim, kidnap, and take ransom and destroy things. They are instilling
Ah,
fear so people can
wait.
vacate land. Yeah.
The population of Fulani in Nigeria is 20 to 25 million. All right. I'm not this is a quick Google search. Population of Fulanis in Nigeria is 20 to 25 million as a range. The population of Nigeria is over 300. Is it 300 or 200? Which is this?
200,
200.
200.
20% of the
Oh,
population.
majorly, there is more to protest for. There is more to protest for rather than there is more to protest for. I want to put this right. Even after um,
Toll gates.
Lekki occupied protest. Yeah. So I
Okay,
don't know
Olukokun,
when can we end this.
to
I
wind
really
up, because this is a very big. It was supposed to be a quick reaction video, but I realized that it's quite a lot. It's a lot that you are beating and knowing. My question to you: where do you see the future of security in Nigeria? Do you see it improving?
future of what?
Security. Because you see, without security, there is no state. Okay, and it seems to be a miasma of security issues that you currently have. Where do you see your country going from here?
Well, I think in the days coming, everybody will have to defend him or herself if the government will not rise up to the occasion.
And
If
their
they are still
property,
denying, and they are what?
and their property, basically.
But lies first. If the government still go in denial of this happening, when they were shouting Fulani herdsmen, the government came up with this name called bandit. For for so many years, we have not heard of bandit. We have heard of Boko Haram, the terrorists. We have not heard of bandit. But 2019 till now, we've been hearing bandit. If different elements are cutting short people's lives, and the government will not rise up to the occasion, the people will have the responsibility to rise up and defend themselves and their land. So it all lies, the buck stops at the table of the government, president himself, make a stand and make a decision either to protect the lives of the people or to allow this technique sentiment to rule and make this country a safe one. So I think we'll get this right because every person is aware of what is happening and every is alert. So I feel that sooner or later things will take shape for the better.
Okay. And on that optimistic note, I think we'll call this the end. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Mm, it has been what it is. It has been what it is. I, I don't have, I don't know. I don't know. Olukokun, thank you.
Welcome. Thanks.